Um, yeah, so ano pa ba? On the topic of getting more track days, um, there are a bunch of things that I need to get for me to be, or before I get more into track riding, no? So number one is proper gear. So this year I wanted to get a leather suit, a full leather suit, because for all this time all I've been using is tong mesh jacket ko na class A. So um, thankfully have not been involved in a crash or a slide or an accident sa track. So I'm I'm relatively okay with just the mesh, but still I wanted to get protection for myself. Number two on the list is transport. So I have a friend who has a trailer, and whenever he goes to track, sinusubukan mo sumabay, no? So I try to make time na pag magta-track siya, sama rin ako. Kasi guys, na sa mga nakatry na mag-commute or i-ride yung BRC or SIS mula Manila. Ano to yung sa context ng mga below 400, for those who don't pass by expressways, and hindi mga pasaway na nag-expressway kahit illegal sila, mahirap mag service road or national highway. So yung the last time we went to Clark International Speedway, we passed by MacArthur. So the ride to Clark last time was okay. It was pleasant actually. So umalis kami ng Valenzuela or ng Monumento at around 4 a.m. We got to Clark at around 5:30. So an hour and a half of um, commute riding. It wasn't really bad actually. Because number one, malamig kasi madaling araw. Then number two, walang traffic dahil tulog pa sila eh. Or whatever. Basta madaling araw pa siya eh. So hindi kami na traffic. The way back to Manila was, oh my god, was super um super hassle. So the ride took about 3 hours. So once we got to Bulacan area, super traffic na, tapos um, pangit pa nung kalsada, may mga not only potholes but puddles of water. So it wasn't really something you'd like. Anyway, tapos couple that with yung exhausted ka na coming off the track. It isn't really ideal to commute to and from the track, no? So if you have the option to to if you have the option to get it on a truck, I mean yung parang elf truck ganyan or van, get it there and go to the track by car, no? It's mas ma-enjoy mo yung track, no? Because yun nga, hindi ka pagod eh. So that's a better way to enjoy your track day. Ano pa? Upgrades. So, ano pa bang i-upgrade ko dito? Meron pa ba? Well, actually marami pa, but on the context of track days, there's really just one or two things that stands out if you're doing track days. So one is suspension changes or suspension upgrades, I should say. The number two are tires. This year I've done quite the upgrades. So the last thing that I bought was a power commander. Honestly, parang hindi ko naman kailangan ng PCV, but after getting yung, what do you call it? The full exhaust, that's the better thing to buy. So, natakam kasi ako nung ano eh, bumiling kapatid ko ng slip-on. So, anyway, napabili rin ako ng kombucha, but I should not have bought a full exhaust in the first place. Actually, ang plans ko talaga before is to to upgrade the suspension first before getting the exhaust, because I already know uh, all I'm getting with a full exhaust are, well, sounds, looks, and that's pretty much about it, right? So I also knew that I would lose power with full exhaust, but yun nga, nainggit eh. So that that got me buying full exhaust then. Ano na siya, parang domino effect na eh, na bumili rin akong PCV. But yeah, this year I really want a decent suspension. Actually, yung gusto ko yung forks eh. But getting a proper cartridge is more difficult than getting a proper shock or rear shocks. So another upgrade that, well, not upgrade, but more on maintenance that I need to do this year are tires. So yung the Rosso 3s that I'm using right now are is nearing the end of its life. I'm guessing it's around um, I don't know, 60%, 70% of its life. Or I have used 60 or 70% of its life, I should say. So I've done about 5,000 kilometers on them, and I'm estimating I should be getting like 7,000 max. Ano yun na yung parang tamang gamit without like using it until you see the the threads, or the plies I should or the plies on the tire. That's you're being irresponsible, honestly, if you're one of those people. But anyway, yeah. Looking for more seat time on this bike. Honestly, I really don't have any qualms, complaints on this, uh, except that I can't use it on the expressway. That's about it. So I use this bike as a pretty much a daily commuter now, and the power is there. You can't really complain with its power. I'm happy with this bike, no? So power is there, fuel economy is reasonable for a 300. Quality of the bike itself is more than above average, I would say. So with a year and a half of owning this bike, I haven't really had any problems, major problems with it. My only complaint on this bike is, yun nga, syempre, alam naman lahat, hindi naman pwede sa expressway, but, um, well, on my defense, nung binili ko to, the only choice I have na, that's legal sa expressway is yung RC390. No? For, 300 bikes, was the RC390 or the Duke 390. Well, the Duke wasn't part of my choice, but yun yung mga legal, yeah. At that time, there was no Ninja 400. It wasn't released yet. It wasn't even a rumor back then. So wala rin yung mga Dominar and what's the other one? NK. So yun. The choice that I had at the time was yung Kawasaki. Tapos ito, the R3. Tapos Duke, no, sorry, RC390. Parang ayoko naman ng RC390. Natabangan ako sa kanya dahil ang daming reklamo eh, 'di ba, sa engine. Whether that be true or not. So, I'd rather stick dun sa platform na, 'di ba, wala masyadong nagrereklamo, 'di ba? Honestly, yung complaint ko about um, expressway legality or me not being able to use the expressway, uh, it only it stems on my desire to do track day. So to me, it would be easier if I could just if I would be able to use the expressway in going to either BRC or SIS, right? But kung gala-gala lang ride, wala rin naman ako makakasamang mag-ride because ma because my brother has an R3. Tapos my dad has an even lower displacement bike. So going for that Uber long rides is really not for us at the moment. So yun, the only reason I'm wanting a expressway legal bike is for me to do track days easier. So I won't have to use yung mga national highways. Which brings me to yung future plans ko for myself, right? And again, this stems from my want to do more track days. So it's yun nga. So it has always played on my mind to get a 600 even though I don't have the height for it. I still don't have the money for it. But di ko pa naman iniisip yung tungkol sa financials. But alam mo yun, just getting yung desire to own one. Doon pa lang ako sa station, di ko pa iniisip yung details kung paano siya babayaran, paano kung bibilin, whatever. Oh, so, ayun nga, it has always played on my mind to get the 600 and I've always loved the R6. Yeah, and di ko alam. I don't know what future holds for me. So, yun, but I would really like to own one in the future. Not just to do track days, but just owning one is a dream for me. It's a goal for me right now. Right? So, on a side note, like naisip ko din kasi so if ever I get the chance or if ever I really got one, no, I got an R6 for real. Would I track it? Would I rip it and use it like I use this bike? Probably no because one I like it too much and number two it's expensive. Just thinking of the expenses after crashing it is uh, kills me. Man. Lalo na 'di ba kung hinuhulugan mo pa yung bike so really don't have the spare you really don't have the changes spare um, for maintaining the bike and repairing it in case you crashed it or I crashed it. Hindi ko rin siya ma-enjoy kasi I wouldn't ride it as hard as I could or I do. Tong R3 kasi I could say na ano na 'to eh, parang toy bike na lang siya sa akin eh. Parang project bike, parang gano'n. So, and also hindi ko na rin siya makapagko-commute. So, saan ko siya gagamitin, 'di ba? If I'm not doing track days, where would I use it? On weekend rides. So, every other weekend ko lang siya gamitin. Marilaki. Pucha, that's too much of a bike for Marilaki. So, it would be cool, right? Practically, it's not practical to me owning an R6, but well, it's a want, it's a goal. So, diba? We all have goals, we all have wants, no matter how impractical it is, right? So, So, yun lang siya. Parang yung dream, di ba? Parang pangarap lang yan eh. With that said, I wanna wish you guys a Merry Christmas. And I hope you had a good time with your families. Hope you had a wonderful year for 2000. And I hope all of you the best of 2019. Um, and yeah, that would be me signing off. See you next year. I hope you subscribe, like, and share my videos so we could all do this more and more in the future. So yeah, so this is Kimi R3 signing off, and thanks for watching. Goodbye, peace. Ocha. Bago yung mic ko eh, sana nag-record. Ina, bad trip to pag hindi. Oh, fuck. Pucha, sana nag-record tong ano. Sana nag-record tong mic ko. Bad trip tong haba ng dinadal ko pag hindi to